Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Ken, and today I've got an absolutely delicious vegan recipe for you right from the Greek recipe book. On today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make a basic stewed green bean in tomato sauce. Absolutely delicious, only a few simple ingredients and 100% vegetarian. So in this recipe, basically, we have some green beans that I have from my garden from last year. I'm a big fan of farm to table or farm to freezer, keep everything fresh, delicious and nutritious. A couple of carrots, an onion, some garlic, parsley, a little bit of mint. There's a surprise, a little bit of dry mint, and some zucchini and eggplant. So to start us off, I'm basically gonna get our element going here to a medium-high heat, get our onions sauteed. So we're gonna use one onion that I'm basically just gonna slice up. All right, so now that our onion is being sliced up, first order of business, a little Greek EVOO or extra virgin olive oil. About 2 or 3, maybe 4 tablespoons will go in. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be an exact science. I like to go heavier on the olive oil, but that's just me. So I'm gonna take my sliced onions and just put them into our pot, just like that. And the next part of this is a little garlic. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Usually for this recipe, it's a couple of cloves, but I go heavier. I'm usually at about the 3 or 4 clove mark, only because I love garlic. So you can do whatever you like or whatever it is that you're comfortable with. The next step is our carrots. They look a little ratty, I'll have to tell you that, but they're organic carrots, not my own, but they're organic. So I'm just gonna peel these, chop them, and throw them in. Now the same deal goes for our zucchini and our eggplant. Cut off the knobby part and the end. I hate the butt ends, I don't know why. And slice them in half and cube them again, about 1/2 inch chunks, and picture it as if you were going to make a stew. So our zucchini is done and ready to go. Throw that in there. Same with our eggplant, same deal. Cut the end off and right down the middle, and cubes, 1/2 inch cubes as well for this. You have to be careful with the eggplant because it's one of these vegetables that absorbs a lot of liquid, meaning olive oil that's in there. So if it gets a little dry on you or it looks a little dry, don't panic, let it go. The worst thing you can do is add more olive oil, because then what will happen is the dish will come out really heavy and it's not that good of a thing. Excellent, so our veggies are working there. The next thing is about a pound of green beans, give or take. And again, these are those Kentucky long string beans. You can use whatever you have, fresh, frozen, it doesn't matter. I avoid canned only because of the sodium and the sugar that they put into it. I like to control what goes in my food. So now that these are in, time to season up with a little bit of salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, and you can go as heavy as you like on this. The pepper, the salt, I don't like going too heavy on for my own reasons, but the next part of this recipe is I've got some frozen basil leaves that I've had from my garden last year. Now, I'm in Canada, so our gardening season really isn't that long, so we kind of tend to freeze as much as we can. So maybe about a 1/4 cup, 1/3 of a cup of basil will go in this. Then I'm gonna just break off a chunk of parsley, get rid of that, and just the leaves are good. And they don't have to be super fine, but you don't want any huge chunks of leaves in there as well. So those will go in just like that. Very easy. And the last part of this seasoning is dried mint. Normally, they can use fresh mint as well, but I put in about a teaspoon of dry mint, and it's not gonna be overpowering, believe me, but it's gonna be that something in the back that you're gonna be thinking, wow, what is this? Like, I can smell something or I can taste something. It's different, but it's very, very delicious. So those are gonna go in now. And next is 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes right into our pot, just like that. And start giving these a quick stir. Now we're gonna bring up the heat a little bit, and we're gonna add 14 ounces or half a can of this tomato of water right into our pot, and that's it. I'm gonna leave that there. Traditionally, this recipe is made using only green beans, but around Greece, depending on the time of year and the veggies that they have, they will add different things. They'll add potato, they'll add zucchini like in this, eggplant, okra as well. Some places will even make a meat version of this and throw in chicken. Very, very delicious. So now that everything is in our pot, I'm just gonna bring this up to a boil, reduce heat, cover it, and let it go for about 20 to 30 minutes. And by that time, it'll be ready to go.